Good morning, guys. So today I think is going to be a little bit of a special day. I have a feeling. Today we're going to go visit Caballito Cerrero, which is not a tequila, right? It's a destilado de agave, an agave distillate. And that's because they left the tequila domination of origin because the way they do things doesn't fit with the CRT, which this is a brand that has been making tequila. Well, this is a family that has been making tequila for around 16 generations. They're one of the originals for sure. They can't call it tequila because of little intricacies within the domination of origin, which for me is always an issue, right? Because why can't a tequila that has been made the way it has for 400 years can't be called tequila, but the crap that's made with diffusers and additives that's basically a vodka can call itself tequila, right? So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that today. The distillery where they're at is a little bit further away. You need a 4x4, so this is not a kind of a tour that you can just schedule or anything like that. It does take some more planning. Thankfully, somebody's gonna pick us up and take us to the distillery. So I am super excited for this. They not only own the Santa Rita distillery, which is a legendary distillery where Caballito Cerrero is made, they own the Cielo Abierto distillery, which is the first known tequila distillery in this region. So it's historical. It's literally an archaeological site today, and we're also going to go there. We're going to check it out, and we're going to talk about the origins of tequila. So today is just, again, I can't wait. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. I have some crazy. I just have this feeling that it's going to be a special tour. So we're leaving a little bit earlier. So like I said, it's on the outskirts of the town of Amatitan, which is the birthplace of tequila. It's about 15-20 minutes away from the city of tequila. So we're leaving today. They're gonna pick us up, they're gonna take us there, and then from there we go to Arandas, and then that'll be the next leg of our trip. So let's go talk about Caballito Cerrero. Can't wait for this. Crazy how much the terrain and most importantly the climate can change into a 30-minute drive into the mountains. I feel like I'm back home in Brazil with the humidity, the heat, and the mosquitoes here. So I'm sorry if I'm out of breath. As I walk up to this hill to see what this distillery was, it's like you can feel the history. We were guided by the owner of Caballito, Don Javier, which was just a treat, really. This is Cielo Abierto, the first known distillery in the area of tequila. As you see there, we can see the Taona area where they crushed and juiced the agave. And as we walk a bit further up, we can see the earthen pit, and this is how most mezcal is still made today. And as we know, tequila is just a style of mezcal, right? Now look at these fermentation tanks. Yes, those holes in the rocks are fermentation tanks. God knows how they were able to do this 500 years ago. I'm sweating because it's like so humid, because this is pretty much a rainforest, right? This is where everything started. Tequila was first made here that they know of. This dates back to around 500 years ago. Just think about that. Think how old that taona is, or how old that horno is. These fermentation tanks. It's just the amount of history in this place. Every time I travel to somewhere that has this like cultural tourism, I get a little like overwhelmed with just thinking of the people that were here, things that happened here, people that worked here. I'm sure they had no idea about the boom that what they were making was gonna have, and how it was gonna be so important to so many people 500 years later. This is crazy. And again, guys, whoa, unfortunately this is not a place that's open to the public. This is by invitation only. So it's a treat. It's a real treat. It's like an overwhelming feeling that I get to come and share this with my wife. I get to call this country a home as well because of that, and this is special. Like you can feel the history in this place. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I'm sweating and this is amazing. Now let's go to Santa Rita, just across the river where Caballito Cerrero is made. This whole place moves on gravity, and these are the doors to the ovens. They are loaded from the top. So everything in this distillery is due to gravity. The whole way it works is gravity. Just so cool. So up top, so we were, now we're going down to see how the hornos are opened. Caballito has 3 brick ovens. These are the 3 doors of the ovens. Caballito is only produced a couple of times a year, so it's hard to see the process being done. But this is the roller mill used for, well, milling. And yes, roller mills can make incredible tequila. Once juiced, the liquid goes into this tank and it then is pumped into the stainless steel fermentation tanks. Then, as we know, comes distillation right here in this room. This right here is pretty much their aging room. And of course, this shows us why Caballito is so hard to find. After that, we hung out with Don Javier for about an hour talking about the intricacies of tequila, the lack of transparency in the industry, and the history of their family when it comes to making tequila. Let's actually try and taste some Caballito today.